I was born and raised in New York City. Now I live in LA. I am a husband, a dad of 3, grandfather of 4. I'm an actor. I am a producer, a director. With my partner, Lynn Oliver, I have written 32 novels for children. And I am in the bottom 3% academically in America. I was told that I would never achieve. I was told that I could not be in school plays because my grades were so low. I took geometry for 4 years, same course. I took it regular school, summer school, regular school, summer school, regular school, summer school. I finally passed it my senior year in high school, in summer school, with a D-. That was in 1963. Today, in October 2016, from then to today, not one human being has ever said the word hypotenuse to me. What the hell were they thinking? All of that humiliation, all of that punishment, all of that grounding, all of that feeling bad about myself was for nothing. Unbelievable. So this is one of the things that I learned in my life. I know for sure, not just nice words, but for sure, that everybody in this audience is powerful. Every one of you has got greatness inside you, and your job is to figure out what your greatness is, dig it out, and give it to the world as a gift. That is the truth. And for all of the young people in this audience, if you too have trouble in school, if you have trouble learning, that has nothing to do with how brilliant you are. And that is very important. You know, I wanted to be an actor since I was 7. I don't know how it got into my mind. I don't know how it got into my heart. All I knew is if people were born to try something, I was born to try to be an actor. And you know, when I was growing up, everybody was very, very skeptical of my being successful in any way. My parents were from Germany. My father brought a business over from Germany. I wanted to be an actor. He wanted me to buy and sell wood. I did not want to buy and sell wood because I wanted to be an actor. And I did not want to buy and sell wood. And my father spoke 11 languages. I had trouble with English. And every day, in 11 languages, he would say to me, "Why do you think I brought the business over here?" And I said, "Besides being chased by the Nazis, was there a bigger reason for that?" Because I'm hoping. So I got out of high school by the skin of my teeth. I tried to get into college, and I applied to 28. I got into Park University in Missouri. I've never actually met anybody who has gone to Park University in Missouri. I think it is a doorway on a prairie. I also got into Emerson College in Boston. That's where I went. I had 4 great years there. Nearly flunked out twice. Talked my way back in. Got kicked out of acting class. Talked my way back in. Got into the Yale Drama School. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My parents had an affectionate phrase for me. Did I tell you this? Growing up, they called me dummer Hund. For those of you who don't speak German, that means dumb dog. Very supportive people. So I called them up. I said, "Hey, dummer Hund got into Yale. I got into the Yale Drama School." My mother said, "Oh, this is wonderful. Here, take your mama." They were always right there for me. So then I did commercials. I got out of drama school. I went to California. I had enough money from doing commercials for 1 month. At the end of the month, I got this new character. And they said, go to the mirror and comb your hair. I said, I can't do that because I promised myself that, you know, every actor has always done that. I'm not going to comb my hair. And they said, oh, yes, you are. The producer wrote it, go comb your hair. So I walked to the mirror. I pulled out my comb. And I went, hey, I don't have to because it was perfect. And for the next 10 years, I went, hey. And then I added the word, whoa. It came from my favorite sport at the time, which was horseback riding. Now it's fly fishing for trout. I don't know what I would do with that saddle. But I had 10 wonderful years. We played charades on the weekends together. We played softball together. I was not good at softball. I was the pitcher. I was great at pitching. I couldn't catch. They would hit the ball, it would come toward me, and I would turn, and I stopped the ball with my body. I was black and blue for 11 years on my left side. That is the only way I knew my left from my right, which one hurt. Then I started to produce. We did MacGyver. We did the original. Now the new one is on Friday nights. The new MacGyver. Anybody watch the new MacGyver? Yeah? Can I ask you, do you like it? Yeah? You enjoy it? Yeah. He's not as handsome as Richard Daniels. But cute guy. And then somebody said, hey, why don't you write books for kids about your dyslexia? When my daughter was younger, we always had chores for my children. My kids were great negotiators. I did their chores. My daughter, you know, I could not say anything with my German Jewish parents. So I always said when my kids were born, they could say whatever was on their mind. You pay for that. My daughter had to feed her bunny. She called it Mister, because she was great with names. My wife and I shared the bathroom in the morning, shaking different parts. Zoe came in. I said, Zoe, did you feed your bunny? She said to my wife, why did you marry him? I said, it hurts my feelings. She said, well then don't listen to me, I'm just a kid, I don't know what I'm saying. Our little Max, the youngest, came running in. He said, Dad, I know that they make corn oil out of corn. How do they make baby oil? I said, I'm going to get back to you on that. We have 2 dogs, a Labradoodle. Her name is Charlotte. She's an independent sleeper. She sleeps on the bed. If you touch her with your toe in the middle of the night, I have to remind that dog every night, it's my bed. Then my wife, she found a little Labrador. He was four months old. Brought him home. He was on the street, no tag. He promptly grew into a Great Dane. He is not an independent sleeper. He has to sleep touching you. And by touching you, I mean he sleeps on you like a safety belt. You do not get up in the middle of the night and pee unless he says okay. Linus, I have to get up. Leaves Linus. Here's another fact about Linus. He has the worst breath in America. I woke up one morning, he seared the eyebrows right off my face. They just grew back. Then somebody said, write a book. I said, I can't write a book because I'm stupid. I'm, criminal. Here's another thing I learned. You don't know what you can accomplish until you try. If something comes into your mind, if you don't try, you will never know. You put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, and then you wind up where you want to be. I was a negative thinker. I can't, I won't, you won't go out with me, I'll never get a job. They tell me I'm stupid, I believe it. I wanted to beat the system. So I read an Armenian philosopher, his name was Gurdjieff, and he writes with such complication because he doesn't want you to finish the book unless you understand. So I didn't, because I didn't know what the hell he was doing. And then I found a disciple of his, R. Spencer. And this is what I learned. Negative thought comes into your mind. You say out loud, I'm sorry, I've got no time for you. People will look at you very strangely. But you break the habit of having a negative thought. If you finish a negative thought, it grows into a thesis. It grows into chains that stop you from where you want to go. Don't put a period on the end of a negative thought. If a negative thought comes into your mind, you replace it with a positive. I like chocolate cake. That's my positive. Negative thought comes in my mind. I said, I'm sorry. I can't. Oh my, look at that piece of fudge cake. Don't put a period on the end of the negative thought, and then pretty soon you get to stand here and talk to you. I had a dream. I did not let my dream go. I trained myself. It didn't just happen overnight. You don't become a star. What you do is you work really hard, and if you're really good at it, and you work at it, and people start to say, oh, I like what you do with your life. And I say, I am so grateful that you do. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful you came to hear me. I have a booth downstairs. I'll be there for another half hour after this is over. I don't want to take all my pictures home. I have no pride. This summer we did a great show called Better Late Than Never. We didn't know what that was going to be like. It just sounded right. It felt right. We did it. We went for 35 days to Asia. I ate cow peanut soup. It was horrible. I'm not kidding. I ate octopus that was just chopped up. It was still wiggling on the plate. It's very difficult because you have a tentacle, and then all of a sudden it sticks to the inside of your cheek. You've got to pull it off your cheek in order to get it down. But I did it. I met an elephant. One of the greatest things in my whole life. I met this elephant and I watched him and I fed him and I looked him in the eye, and this elephant looked me back in the eye, and he only understood Thai because we were in Thailand. And I said, my name is Henry. I'm so happy to meet you. And I felt his emotion come right off him. It was, I started to cry. I couldn't believe it. This big 15,000-pound towering animal was so dear. I have a picture of me and the elephant, and he's leaning into me like a puppy. Oh my goodness, what I get to do in my life. I live by two words: tenacity. Tenacity means you don't give up. Tenacity gets you where you want to go. And gratitude doesn't let me be angry along the way. No matter how many times I stumbled. You know, I was the Fonz. I got 50,000 letters a week. I thought I'm going to be a star forever. I'm international. The show was over. I was on the mountaintop. And then I slid right into the valley. I got grass stains on my jeans. Because nothing is forever. But the fact is that I have tenacity, and I'm here now. I've had the most wonderful time. And I want to say that I thank you for listening, because my parents never did. Now, since we don't have a lot of time, if you have a question, there's a microphone here in the center. If you want to come up and you want to ask me a question, I would love to answer. Hi, I just wanted to say I'm Henry. What is your name?
Chris.
Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from here.
You were born and raised?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Tulsa.
Yes.
Okay.
I was wondering about your character from Royal Pain, your time.
Yes.
Like, I was wondering how it felt like you had to be someone that had to reconnect with a family that kind of really wanted nothing to do with you.
Well, you know, as an actor, you start with yourself. And then you add the conditions of what did the writer write about your character? What do other people say about your character? And then you piece it all together. I love doing Royal Pain. I had the audition near my house at a restaurant. The two executive producers took me out to breakfast. I ordered pancakes. I picked up the syrup. I poured it all over my pancakes. I was so nervous. I poured the cream from my coffee all over my pancakes. And I didn't know what to say, so I said, well, you know, they're buttermilk pancakes. The cream just brings out the flavor. Hi.
Ashley.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Where are you from?
I just wanted to tell you happy early birthday.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm going to be 71, October 30th. I myself am amazed. I heard you silently go, really? He's 71. Wow. I wear a 16 and a half 32. Remember, I have no pride, and I love kids. Can I tell you I'm going back to my table? Yes, my darling.
Hello, Henry.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. I was just wondering about your role in Scream. How did that come about, and what was that like being in a horror movie?
Scream. See, now this is life. The director of Scream, bless his soul, we had sushi together at least once a month for a while. And he said, would you like to play this small role in Scream? And I said, you bet I would. So there I am, and I play the principal Henry, or Henry, or whatever his name is. And now it comes time to put out the film, and the people at the studio think, oh, Henry Winkler, he was the Fonz, we better not put his name on the film. Because everybody will go like, oh, he's the Fonz. It will knock them out of the film. So I didn't get my name on the sheet or in the credits. Now the film is tested. I get applause when I came on the screen. Now the same sucker calls me up and says, hey, would you do press for the movie? I said, but I didn't think you wanted my name on the movie. See, life goes in a circle. Where is he? Where am I? It's true. I love being in Scream. I really do.
You look like you have a lot of fun playing that character.
Yeah, you know what? I have a lot of fun doing everything. I don't have a favorite job. I don't have a favorite book because I love it all. I do have a favorite child, but I can't tell you which one. Thank you. Hi. What is your name?
My name is Dallas.
Hi. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You were in the hallway when I was doing my scene in Scream. Played by the director. Yes.
Well, first off, happy days. Like, you're the coolest.
Fonz is true. I am so cool.
The coolest.
Yes.
So
I'm
I'm
so
any
cool.
cool than you from Fonz. So it was awesome.
I'm not.
You've done a large variety of characters, and
Yeah.
it's got to work with a lot of people. Do you
Yeah.
have any behind the scenes, like celebrity stories or?
No. You know, I've worked with some greats. Adam Sandler was a genius.
Bill Hickey, yeah.
Ron Howard was one of the best acting partners I ever had. Burt Reynolds was crazy. Burt Reynolds. Yeah, I gave him a direction, and he said, if you weren't so short, I would rip your head off your neck. And I said, Burt, I have never been so happy in my life to be this short. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Oak Charlie. How are you? Doing well. How are you?
Where are you from?
I'm originally from the East Coast, but I moved here 11 years ago.
You did? Enjoy?
Yeah. So well, first of all, I am a big fan of tenacity myself.
Thank you.
I
invented the word.
Yeah. And then you mentioned gratitude as well, and not being angry along the
I love
way.
your tights.
Oh, thank you. So I was wondering what some advice you could give to not being angry along the way, because everyone, you know, it happens.
You know what? Here it is. I think it's Zen, actually. You know, you do get angry. But the fact of the matter is that somebody gets a part that I wanted. And there are some actors who go, oh my God, I can't believe it, I hate that person, and so on. And if I was supposed to have that part, I would have gotten it. There's enough to go around for everybody. And you don't look laterally at what is not happening. I only look forward at where I'm going to go. That helps. Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you.
People change their costumes all the time. So I thought maybe you ran and put on a beard.
I just wanted to, this is real.
That is real.
This is real. I remember you doing a film in the late 70s, which I believe was called The One and Only.
Yes. The One and Only, where I played a wrestler.
That's right. I work in the local wrestling profession here in Oklahoma. And I just wondered if you were a fan growing up.
I was growing up. Haystacks Calhoun was a big wrestler. But I really, really enjoyed it. What I did was I filmed all day, and I learned the wrestling moves in the night. So I was a tired boy doing that movie, but it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. It was great to watch.
The great Carl Reiner directed that movie. I mean, he's one of the great wits of America. He and Mel Brooks. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
And I've been a fan of Happy Days since, well, my mother told me since I was a baby. Because I was born in 1978.
Yes. You were born in 78?
Yes.
Oh, boy. I was born like in the Ice Age. And what is your question?
Did you have a favorite scene on Happy Days?
Well, I didn't have a favorite scene, but I really liked many of the episodes. One of them was when I went to visit Richie in the hospital, and I had a conversation with God. We got lots of letters from all over the country and the world saying, could you do a show where the Fonz wears glasses? Could you show where the Fonz goes to the library?
I recently saw a rerun of the episode where he dates the deaf girl.
Yes, I dated a deaf girl, Linda Bove, who I just saw in New York not too long ago. That was wonderful. So we did a lot. You know, the Fonz, I said one sentence, I said, hey, look at this, you can get a library card for free. And registration for library cards went up 500% in America.
I'm surprised to see that you're roughly the same height I am, because I always imagined you were like 6.
Everybody thinks I'm taller, Melissa. Thanks for reminding me, I'm sure. Thanks, Melissa. Yes, sir.
My name is Richard. I'm from Oklahoma.
Hi.
I kind of got 2 questions. One, how did the whole Sandler relationship start?
Adam Sandler called me up. He was a fan of Happy Days. And he said, would you like to be in my movie? And so I started by doing The Water Boy. And I just did a cameo in his newest one for Netflix.
And then the second question, what was it like working with Jerry Reed?
Jerry Reed? Jerry Reed was smart, opinionated, a great musician, and taught me how to fish for bass. When we were on that movie in Florida, we would drive at 3 in the morning down the highway, and we would go bass fishing. Yeah. Thank you. Hi. You can bend it down. Just, yeah, there you go.
Hello.
How are you? The corpse story.
I was wondering, do you have any funny stories about working on the movie Click?
Click. I had to learn the trick that I do with a quarter, in the movie. So a magician came to my house, and I had lessons with him twice a week. I learned 5 tricks. I remember 2, and I carry the quarter trick with me at all times. That's the funniest story I know. Making movies and making comedy is so difficult, and it is such serious business that, believe it or not, you're concentrating so hard. Adam Sandler is in charge of every detail of every movie he makes. He is a pretty intense fellow, very bright, very wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corbin. Great question. Are those your sisters? What? Oh, your mom! Oh. Wow. She looks 15 too. Sir. Good to see you. Thank you. What is your name?
Mike. Arrested Development.
Yes.
Is, I think, the smartest, funniest show ever put on television. We're so glad that Netflix picked it up for a 4th season.
Yeah.
Is it done?
I don't know. I didn't get a call. Apparently they don't have any legal problems. You know what? I think it's coming really hard to get everybody together. Jeffrey is being intransparent. Jason is directing now his own movies. Tony Hale is on feet. So everybody is.
You're on better right than
I'm on better than ever. Also in January, I start filming a new show with Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live. Who did we play? We played Stefan. And he's in Trainwreck. And he's brilliant. And I'm going to be in a new show of his called Barry on HBO. You'll see it in the spring. What is it called? Barry. I'm also going to be at the table. But anyway,
thank you.
You have a great time. Thank you. Sir.
My name is Glenn, and I was just wondering...
Where are you from, sir?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir. I was wondering for night shift if you had to do any research for night shift.
No research, but Ron Howard, that was his first movie that he directed in 1982 for a major studio. It was for Warner Brothers. And he came to me and said, Henry, you can play either role. Well, Billy Blaze was played by Michael Keaton. It was kind of like the Fonz, very flamboyant, and I thought, well, I've done that for 10 years. I'm going to play Richie. And that's what I did. I played Chuck. If you haven't seen Night Shift, it is a very funny movie, and it still holds up. It's pretty great. Yeah. So,
yes, sir. My name's John. I'm from Tulsa. To preface my question, I grew up in an outhouse. Didn't have running water until I was 12, but I've also had dinner after that.
Wow.
The extremes you went through on Better Late Than Never. Can we talk about those a little bit? Maybe tell.
You know what? The worst part of Better Late Than Never was we were 35 days in Asia in July and August, and it was so hot that you literally couldn't breathe. And yet we had to be energetic, and we had to work from about 8 in the morning until 10 at night. But the most difficult was the heat. Everything else was like this show dropped from heaven into our laps. We didn't know each other before we went. It was George Foreman, heavyweight champion of the world, Bill Shatner, who knows everything in the world, Terry Bradshaw from Oklahoma, lives in Oklahoma, who was a 4-time Super Bowl winner, and me. And Jeff Dye, who is a young comedian, went along as our valet. And it was astounding how we became this really wonderful, close force as we moved across Asia. If you're ever going to go to Asia, if you ever save up money to go to Asia, I will say do not miss Kyoto. Kyoto in Japan. One of the greatest cities on earth. Sir.
Hi, my name is Carl.
Hi.
You said that you always carry your pen.
I do. Well, you know, it's a sleight of hand trick. It's too big to do it this big room. But I thank you for asking. Hi. This will be the last question because they're kicking me out.
Hi, I'm Tracy from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hi.
And grew up on Happy Days.
A little closer.
Grew up on Happy Days, of course.
But you grew up really well.
And I really enjoyed Better Late Than Never. I was wondering if there'll be another season.
There will be another season. I don't know where they're going. I do executive produce it, but being that I'm in it, I never ask, what are we going to do, where are we going? So I'm as surprised as everybody else.
One more question.
Yes.
Can I have your name tag?
Say it again.
Can I have your name tag?
You can. You can. I'm just going to sell it at my table or We're almost at the end of October, then comes Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. It's the sandwich after on Wonder Bread with stuffing and gravy and turkey and a little cranberry sauce. But the cranberry sauce has to come out of a can, you know, ocean spray. Those little berry things, I can't eat them. And then after that comes Christmas and New Year's. It's so close in a matter of time. What I want for this room is to be safe and have the greatest holiday season ever. And thank you for joining me here today.